think about this MSNBC anchor, okay, Nicole Wallace, and you think about her statement, and it started out, I'm going to play it for you. Maybe you've already seen it before, but I think it's worth listening to even again, because she starts out kind of seeming as though she's a decent person. And then it takes this twisted, weird turn. And this is actually what I believe is going to cost her her job now that Comcast is taking a look at this and they're saying, hey, do we really need these liabilities, especially when their ratings are not doing well? Her ratings have plunged some 35% since the election on this one particular show. I mean, that's really, really bad. Fox is getting like 3 times the viewers. And even though we know cable's dead, I mean, Fox is kind of the last holdout because I think people are looking at it and saying, okay, well, there's some truth there. I know we don't necessarily have a lot of Fox fans in this audience, but, you know, it is what it is. And I think they're playing the game to a certain extent and at least trying to provide greater clarity. Here's Nicole Wallace ratings looking just dismal. Again, down 35%. Since she made these comments about this poor 13-year-old kid. If you're wondering what the comments were, here we go.
But I think this was a lesson in finding one thing that you let yourself feel. And I let myself feel joy about DJ. And I hope he's alive for another, 95 years, right? And I hope he lives and the life he wants to live. He wants to be a cop. He knows what he wants to do. And maybe when you have childhood cancer, that crystallizes for you. And I hope he has a long life as a law enforcement officer. But I hope he never has to defend the United States Capitol against Donald Trump supporters. And if he does, I hope he isn't one of the 6 who loses his life to suicide. And I hope he isn't one who has to testify against the people who carried out acts of seditious conspiracy and then live to see Donald Trump pardon those people.
I'm sorry, that is like a bizarre turn. Like, she does not belong on air. She really doesn't. I mean, that is a terrible thing to say. Like, terrible. I mean, I think even Rachel might have been taken back just a little bit by that. I mean, to try and equate, I'm not even going to use the words, but to equate what she equated with, and this 13-year-old who's a brain cancer survivor. I mean, I'm like, who is she? And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. You know what? If you don't have any empathy, you really shouldn't be doing that for a job. You shouldn't be in politics either. This is the entire problem with the Democrat Party. They have no empathy for anyone else, only themselves. And they're so power hungry that they keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. Guys, you're not going to be able to do it anymore. Guess what? Your NGO money is gone, okay? USAID, gone. 83%. Of all of those programs were just cut this morning after they assessed them over the last 6 weeks. And now, Stacey Abrams, what are you going to do? You don't have $2 billion hanging around to buy everybody new appliances. You guys might actually have to shape up the economy. You might actually have to get people working again. Because the DEI stuff is over, done, kaput. Okay, even Disney knows it. Disney getting rid of its DEI programs, 2 of them they had. Goldman Sachs getting rid of its DEI programs. Boeing got rid of it earlier. And now, the chickens are coming home to roost. I mean, we've already seen with Disney's stock price, and I know, I'm looking at the chat here, I know that Don Baca has absolutely no use for Disney and its stock price because, of course, it's gotten, cut in half over the last 5 years. But now that they've gotten rid of DEI, does their entertainment division stand a chance? My argument on this is no, because I think you have too many people that are too wedded to a particular viewpoint, and until you really clean house, you're going to be stuck with it.